What's going on, Pisces? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the week of November 27th through December 3rd, 2023. So, in this reading, Pisces, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding November 27th through December 3rd, 2023. But before we begin this reading, as always, Pisces, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance, Pisces, for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Pisces. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what's coming your way for November 27th through December 3rd, 2023, Pisces. As always, I would like to I'm not going to take them. I was about to take them. Too many. As always, I would like once again. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Pisces. See what we got going on here for you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, so before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe, and these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of, the energy that you need to embody for your own highest good for the upcoming week. And the first one you have is the dream, and this is similar to the Six of Cups frequency. Now, because it says the dream, I think creating your reality from the spiritual level first is what you need to be doing more of this week. It's bleeding all over your reading. There's a lot of things here about you spending time perhaps in isolation in your own imaginary world that, you need to remember that imagination is not all fluff. Thoughts create your reality. The reality that we live in is mental. And there's something about this week for you that if you can spend time basically curating to the template level reality rather than the physical reality, it's going to set you up in physical reality properly. So it's like the idea, Muggles would say, the setup is more important than the goal in business. But yes, in this case for you, there may be action going towards your dreams, but I feel like the main action that you're going to be taking is actually with your mind and your consciousness, and being the opposite of being in the autopilot mind. Take pleasure in dreaming a better world, okay? But there's ways to properly do visualization, and there's ways to do visualization that doesn't work. If you want to, I'm not trying to be salesy, but I have a course called the Magic Manifestor Academy. It's linked below. If you want to learn how to visualize properly to actually produce results, then click that link. But you're going to be visualizing. This is the energy you need more. Don't be afraid of the spiritual realm. If you look at the astrology right now, Pisces, the transits in the sky, if you look at the planet Neptune, which rules Pisces, it's trining the IC, it's trining the Sun, it's trining Mars, and it's sextiling the MC. So there's a lot of this spiritual idealism that's actually going to successfully be poured into your home, to your career, and also into your sense of self right now, Pisces. So this is, rethinking your home. You may be in a physical home, but it's the spiritual energy that you bring into it that's going to transform it. Some of you may find this week that if you, you're going to really viscerally feel the fact that if you change your thoughts, you change your world. The story of Eckhart Tolle I think is a great contemporary spiritual teacher of our time. He works with presence and the present moment in Zen-like teachings. During his awakening, he fell asleep, like his room was looking depressing, the house he was in was depressing, but he basically had this awakening experience. It was very intense. And then the same house that he was in, all the colors became brighter. There was a different energy, and I feel like there's a shift in consciousness that is actually going to literally shift your lifeline to where you may not actually change the physical place, you may not actually change your job, you may not actually change your sense of self, but the energy that you pour into it is going to enhance it, especially something physical. So you're going to be able to like bend reality with your mind and with your vibration. And basically, your vibration is a combination of the way that you think, feel, and act combined over time. So I don't know why I'm just getting this, but here's the thing. The next energy you need more of is the dream, and you have flowering. This is the Queen of Pentacles here. So once again, there is this idea of you got to think bigger than your circumstances. How, if every day were to feel like, what would life be like if every single day you woke up and it felt like a holiday? Like, treat yourself to some sort of abundant visualization technique, because that's really what creates it. It's not that you're not going to take action, but playing with the template level reality, playing with your affirmations, visualization is what you need to do, because it's going to lead to more abundance here for you. You also have the exhaustion card, the energy that you need more of. So I do feel like this is a really good time to move forward with your energy and push through feelings of escapism and laziness. Here's the thing. You can either feel exhausted this week by sitting around and doing, escapism. But the good news is that all the spiritual kind of like daydreaming or visualization you do is not actually escapism. When we look at things like, drugs that are affecting you negatively and getting in the way of your ambitions, negative forms of escapism you want to avoid, because I feel like you're going to feel exhausted if you're stuck in that cycle. Like, you can really push through something right now, especially spiritually, if that's the only thing that can take you out of this. So I feel like I haven't gone this route for you for a long time, Pisces, but it's definitely a spiritual reading, which I like, but in terms of that being the predominant focus. So your opportunity is the Three of Pentacles here. So as you are moving forward in the physical world here, you could be learning something new, you could be teaching something to someone, you could be gathering information that's going to help you in the future, okay? The Three of Pentacles is very hands-on, collaborative energy in the physical world, so I feel like you are going to have your hands busy, but at the same time, your opportunity is definitely to do something physical, but you have to remember that when you take physical action that's coming from the correct energetic foundation, the template level reality that's been laid, it's going to make it so much easier for you. So don't just take blind action. It's like the idea of segment intending. Like, don't just like get in the shower every day this week. Like, when you get into the shower, be like, this shower is going to nourish me. I'm giving you all the permission to be as mystical as you want. Words are spells. Your thoughts create reality. You're going to feel like, for a lot of you, the reality that you're living in and thinking is so physical. You start to be able to realize that physical reality is actually just an illusion. Physical reality is an experience consciousness is having, but it doesn't necessarily make it real. And you're going to play. Reality is becoming very malleable and workable. And for some of you, there's definitely a situation, an earthbound physical situation that's coming to an end for you this week, and what you don't see coming. But I don't even think you care, because here's the thing. Even if something goes very bad in your life, but if you know how metaphysics works and you know that your mind creates your own reality, you can never be shaken. Like, anything that's ripped away, like your sense of power is not in the physical world, but needing nothing in the physical world actually attracts everything, and I feel like that's kind of the frequency, just like a little tip, because like this seems to be the focus of this reading, this visualization, is like you should dial in on your spiritual, some people call it daydreaming, visualization, whatever you're doing to create your reality spiritually that doesn't have to do with taking physical actions. You should be doing both, but when it comes to just the spiritual component, if you can't wait for the manifestation, you're doing something wrong. If you're being a true Pisces, you could spend all day in the fantasy and it can just feel just as real as the physical reality. So that's what I'm saying here. There may be the energy you need more of is like to realize the blur between physical and spiritual energy. For some of you, what you need to do this week is actually have one foot in reality and one foot out of reality. And you need to understand how things are created from a metaphysical level, which all of you experience subtle energy differently. All of us experience subtle energy differently. So I'm just trying to give words to an experience that will probably be different than what I'm describing, but it will fit in the bracket of what I'm saying. So your challenge is the Queen of Wands this week. The Queen of Wands. So some of you could be actually having an ending with a fire sign, Pisces. There could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries fire sign, whether it's male or female, that you could actually have a challenge with. It's kind of coming through as someone else's energy for the most part. Some of you here, there could be a feeling of, a lack of enthusiasm that you just need to push through. I don't know. We'll see why the Queen of Wands is here in your challenge. But when it comes to your overall general energy, Pisces, you have the Hanged Man, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Swords here. And whenever you have whenever I see this combination, especially in the context of what I'm intuitively feeling for the reading and what you need more of with the oracle cards, this is being very, taking control of your mind. The King of Swords is an energy that's mental, and it's an energy that deals with conflict, but the Hanged Man is about enlightenment, and it's a very spiritual energy that's at play here for you this week in your overall general energy. So I'm just giving you permission, Pisces, to really just remind yourself that this reality isn't even real. We are in a video game. This is a simulation, and you need to play with it in some sort of fun, youthful way is what I feel. But once again, do not just fall into some sort of automatic mind. I know that some of you think this is redundant or this is not important, but listen, the mind is likened to a garden. If you just let it run wild, weeds are going to pop up. It's going to be gross. People are not going to want to deal with it. We are in constant spiritual warfare, and I feel like you're going to spiritual war with yourself, or there could be a spiritual warfare thing that you're doing. Take this very seriously. Whatever you are pouring spiritual energy into, you have to take that very seriously. Maybe not even focusing on the spiritual in the physical world as much this week, because and that's your advice. Your advice, Pisces, is to not base your emotional reactions, to not base how you feel on what's going on in the physical world. I'm doing my best to translate this reading. Some of you, it may be getting lost in translation, but what I can say for sure for all of you, Spirit is saying, don't base how you feel on what you've manifested. Base how you feel on what is coming. Act as if. Fake it till you make it. That's a very elementary understanding of metaphysics. Fake it till you make it. But the idea is that when it comes to your advice, Pisces, you have the Magician, the Two of Swords, and the Strength card. This is only focusing on your potential, and literally I'm getting the feeling of ignoring physical reality this week. And here's the thing. During these weekly readings, we get to play around and we get to be creative because it's more of a condensed, isolated period of time that I'm trying to track with this divination. So this is not to say that you're just going to forever be in a spiritual dimension where you are where you're ignoring physical reality. But this week, because this is a weekly reading, I'm telling you, you can get a lot by reprogramming the template level reality. You should be very aware of the thought that you have before you go to bed. You need to become militant with your spiritual practice. Because if you just let your mind run wild right now, I think your enthusiasm is going to be channeled in the wrong directions. There's going to be something wrong happening here. Be very patient this week as well. And don't even let a reflection that you do not prefer to exist. Because if you see something existing in physical reality, you can also change it with your mind. Because I don't know, Pisces. I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to what you don't see coming, you have the Ten of Swords, you have the King of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So there could be some sort of physical ending here, in your life. There could be some sort of ending to the way that you make money. There could be some sort of ending with someone that you're experiencing that has money. Change with a boss at work. There could be a weird, nasty ending that then you actually have to send yourself into this spiritual thing to make things happen. What I mean by that is this, I've noticed this in myself. Since I've manifested a lot of success and I don't really need to do much, a lot of what pushes me to be spiritually disciplined is when I have a problem that I have to overcome in the physical world. Oh my God, I'm low on money. Oh my God, this is not going according to plan. Only then, when something is going wrong, do I snap into a spiritual gangster mode where I'm literally shifting my timeline with my mind like a spiritual psycho. I'm famous for that. The only reason that any of you are seeing me on this camera right now and are actually listening to me is because I reprogrammed my subconscious mind like a maniac. I'm talking visualizing my dream reality for 2 hours a day for years. That type of psycho-bred level visualization that I was forced into by circumstance. And I said, is the law of attraction real or not? I'm going to see. I figured out that it worked flawlessly. Whatever is in your subconscious mind, whatever it is in your mind, you're going to see in physical life. As within, so without. There is no outside world. It's all a reflection of you. And if you can't see how you are manifesting things, if you can't see why you're manifesting something, or you're confused by a manifestation, you have to go within to find the answer, not without. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I feel in what you don't see coming with the Ten of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, there just could be something that's no longer physically working out. There could be a physical end, an end to something physical in your reality for this upcoming week that then, like me, I was forced into going spiritual gangster mode. For some of you, you want to learn the lesson that you won't have to do this going forward because you'll just be disciplined, but you need exhaustion and dreaming. I feel like, this is the time to really don't pray to God, but keep rowing to shore. I mean, your opportunity, I'm not trying to get too fluffy duffy fucking, I'm not trying to get too woo-woo on you, Pisces, but I'm talking to Pisces, so I really should have nothing to worry about. But the Three of Pentacles is your opportunity. So your opportunity is still to do something physical, but I'm just trying to make it through this reading, and I'm coping by talking like I'm from New York, and I actually am, but I don't have this much of a thick accent because I'm a starseed and I'm not from here, kid. Okay. Let's clarify why the Hanged Man is here in your overall general energy, Pisces, for this upcoming week. Why is the Hanged Man here? That was a weird way of saying here. King of Wands in reverse. Why is the Queen of Wands your challenge? I mean, there could be a fiery relationship that you're... The Hanged Man is clarified by the King of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, and also the Sun card here. Okay, so I do feel like there's a lot of clarity on your long-term vision right now. Okay, what you want to... the visualizations that you have in your head are going to lead to this result. Okay, you spending time in a suspended state, really having clarity. This is crystal clear. Do you have a vision for where your life is going, and can you feed it like a maniac or not? Because the only people that really get what they want in this life have a crystal clear vision. They know exactly what they want. Exactly. It's clear. There is no random chance. Basically, what this reading is about is don't leave your life up to random chance. It's great to dream a dream, but what most people do is they dream dreams that they subconsciously know are never going to come true, and their form of visualization is escapism. So don't be the person who visualizes their dream life and then never takes action, because that's when metaphysics can get very scary. If you visualize and visualize and visualize yourself manifesting $500,000 by a specific date, or you just are telling yourself, I have $500,000 in my bank account, but then you're still a lazy person and you don't take physical action, because physical action is the language of physical reality. You have to let your higher self know, hey, I'm actually following up with my visualizations, I'm going forward. Because if you don't, and you just work with the higher self, I think that's fine for this week, but going forward, just as a precaution, if you only work with the higher self too much and you don't take any physical action to back your visualizations, then what can happen is negative synchronicity, and yes, you will get the $500,000, but the way in which it will come to you will be messed up and will be a reflection of your own laziness and lack of integrity. So yeah, it can look like something like someone died, like weird money being sent to you. Don't believe me? I don't care. This is how it works. I speak the truth. If you cannot handle it, that is not my problem. I don't know. Why is it... Okay, hold on. Let's keep going. Let's just see what's coming to an end. Why is it... okay, because that's a key clarification in this reading. It's a key clarification. Why is the Ten of Swords here? In what you don't see coming, right next to the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Alright. Could be a love situation or a business partnership that's really giving you a lot of trouble. This could just be the relationship that you have to your current, work here, and for some of you, you may just feel like, this is the end to me, like even making this a big deal, okay? Because like, for some of you, this is definitely to do with a relationship. The Two of Cups has to do with partnerships, clarifying the Ten of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Strength card. I mean, there could just be a little bit too much of an edgy, feeling in a relationship that then comes to an end. And with the Hanged Man clarified by the King of Wands in reverse, some of you may have issues with the fire sign. I mean, why is the Queen of Wands here in your challenge, King of Wands in reverse in your overall general energy, and then you have the Two of Cups in reverse clarifying the Ten of Swords? And then in your advice, you literally have the Two of Swords. So, this could be a time for you to focus on yourself and, instead of getting married to some sort of human being with all these needs, just get married to your dream. Because the only way you're going to manifest your dream is if you marry it and if you have a child with your dream. Do you treat your dream as if you have a baby? Don't you know that thoughts are things? Don't you know that your dreams are alive? Don't you know it's like a little baby calling for your psychic attention to be placed on it in the correct way for then it to unfold in the physical reality, and all it takes is your willpower to do so? I mean, this is what's going on. The only reason why I've manifested success in my life is because I literally treat this channel like it's my baby. Can you say the same about your own dreams? Do you treat it like a baby, or do you treat it like some sort of abstract fantasy? Well, I don't know if it's really going to come true. No, this is systematic, law of attraction. This physical reality isn't real. I don't care. No one believed me. I was in college. I said, hey, the law of attraction is real. This is what my speech is about. And everyone looked at me and started laughing and said, wow, that is an idiot, mystical person that is full of spiritual woo-woo. And then I said, oh yeah, well, watch me manifest exactly what I had in my head within a certain year. And then because I went psycho and visualized it, it happened. And I just feel like even if you don't listen to me based on going forward beyond just this week, just act like a psycho visualizer this week. If you can't extend it, don't. But you have to exhaust yourself with dreaming about physical abundance. This reality is simple. If you understand that the highest metaphysical law is basically the law of attraction, then you just need to go to the root of the problem. And I know this is not what some of you were expecting this week, especially given that some of you are going through a breakup. Why am I just talking about this? Perhaps the whole point is to not let it shake you. I'm not saying bypass your emotions, but what I am saying is that you could have a lot of excess anger. I mean, the Queen of Wands in your challenge here, there could be something going wrong in the physical world. There could be something going wrong in the physical world here, Pisces, that, a car alarm goes off. That's actually weird because I'm in the middle of the woods. So I don't know if I'm getting robbed right now. But any one of these little mouthy fools can get it! No, okay, sorry. As you can see, this is... All right, Pisces, let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead and clarify the Magician. Why is the Magician in your advice? I feel like it's to focus on something that has not manifested yet, that you need to either manifest it with your mind. This sounds like this is like people that hate tarot think what this is people that hate like the law of attraction and tarot think that this is what every tarot reader and law of attraction person looks like. Every time. But as you can see, I don't just talk about this every time. But when it's pertinent, I have to talk about it. So, yeah, the Magician basically is clarified by the Eight of Wands, the King of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and also the Three of Pentacles here. You can change your whole life here, Pisces, very quickly, and that's the advice, is to quickly focus on something new. Alter your attention. Take your attention away from the painful breakup. Take your attention away from the crappy job that you hate. Take your attention away from whatever pain you're experiencing, and literally focus it into an ideal. I'm giving you all the permission in the world to literally spiritual bypass. Have the strength to ignore what offends you. Law number blah, blah, blah. Disdain the things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. And that includes the state of your current physical life. Fake it till you make it. This sounds like a BS spiritual thing, but this week, it ain't. Peace.